Herding goats, you guys. Herding goats. So I shared with you guys the other day, can't get the door open, how we happened to come across like 14 goats for free. They're all healthy. They're all really like decent looking goats, healthy. There's no diseases or nothing appears to be wrong with them. They're not hurt. But some of them, we got them from an older couple. So there are a few of them that just need some basic maintenance done. So today we are trimming hooves, and Alex had, because now we have a bigger goat setup, we decided to kind of do things a little easier and more professional. We've been needing to do it for a while, but now we finally have an excuse since we have 22 goats now. But he went and got a few panels from Big R, and we set up, well not we, I didn't do anything. Him and Taylor set up like a pen, like a holding pen, so that we can get him in there and do whatever, you know, we need to do as far as maintenance goes. But so they have that all set up, and we are trimming hooves today. So if you guys have never trimmed hooves before for goats, it's actually it's not very hard. I was a vet tech for about 5 years before we got married, so I already have like nail trimming experience from dogs. So whenever we started to trim our own goat hooves, I just kind of looked it up and learned a little bit and saw that it was pretty similar to trimming dog nails. But let's go over here and check it out. This is our this is our nail trimming setup for right now. But it's working, so however you can do it that works, then you can do that. So here's our pen. She's one of our new goats. I think all of these are part of our new goats that we just got. Hey girl. Hey. They're pretty tame. Hey.
I'm gonna make Chewbacca the best goat.
Pinky Brewster. So here's how we have them set up right now. It works if you have goats that are stanchion trained. It works really great to do this in a stanchion if you have a milk goat or something. But for these ones, this is kind of our makeshift, since they're not stanchion trained yet. So Alex has some hay bales that he stacked up as a platform, so he didn't have to bend down to the ground, and a little board on top, just, I don't know, for the goats to stand on.
Because there's a crack between those two handles.
Oh. Oh. Well, that makes sense. And then we're using one of our panels. Oh, I forgot to tell you, we're also doing ear tagging today. But they have the rope set up to keep the head in place.
Cinching method. The cinching method.
The cinching method?
Which is not ideal, but we're gonna make it work.
So there's...
You got this many goats, to me it's a whole lot better than tackling them all and holding them all down.
Oh yeah.
Especially you start getting old like me, and there's a lot of old people out there doing it. But I don't really like tackling these goats.
When at the vet, when we had like aggressive dogs or wild dogs, we would kind of essentially do the same thing, but wedge them between a door and the wall with a leash around their neck that we put through the crack to hold them still. But so this is kind of the same concept, but there's a panel here and a panel there, and it's just wide enough to wedge them between it to hold them steady so they don't like jump around and have a goat rodeo.
That rope is around their horns, not their neck. This this rope is around their horns, and their horns are curved, not their neck.
Oh, that's cool.
I wouldn't keep them up like that.
So here's some of our ear tags. We have 2 bucks, or rams, I guess. I don't know. We have 2, and one of them is going to breed most, or I think every one of them except for one, because the mom is, he's the kid to one of the moms that we have. And then our other ram, he will breed the one mom that's related to the other one. So we're gonna color code them so that when it comes time to breed again, we'll know like which ram can breed to which babies, so we don't have any inbreeding. But that'll be a whole nother video. That's just kind of touching on what we're doing today, besides the hoof trimming. It's actually a nice day out today. It's been like, we had like high 40s, almost 50-degree weather for like weeks, and then the last few days it has been so cold, like 20s during the day and then negatives at night. So today it's in the high 20s, so it's actually like a heat wave compared to what it's been lately. It's really nice out. Next, goat.
Okay, you got her?
So that's essentially how it works. Then you can just lead her up in there. And these are 2 panels.
As you go. Okay. Come on, Mama.
Not all of them like to just jump right up there.
Taylor's practicing
her goat pushing.
Goat pushing.
Looks like she's giving her a little butt massage. She's like, ooh, that feels good.
Yeah. If you want to help a little.
So here's one way that a goat's hooves can begin to grow over the pad on their bottom of their foot. So all that right there is going to be trimmed away. And it's important to trim them so that stuff doesn't get caught up in there. Any moisture and hay or poop or whatever can go up in there and you can get hoof rot. So this is important for a few different reasons. It's more comfortable in them too.
You get crippled.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes them walk funny if they grow out. Oops.
Huh?
I accidentally flipped the camera around my face.
Yeah. After I trimmed one of them today, she walked very different.
So he's just clearing up those pieces that are growing over.
Oh, one of my favorite tools is actually this.
A box cutter?
Yeah. Really. Gotta be careful not to cut their pad, but...
So it's almost like filing them after. It's like a nail file, but not. So we found these hoof trimmers at Big R.
Big, or any
if you don't have a Big R local to you, they actually have online too. You can find these same clippers online. They're really sharp and smooth. They've been easy so far to clip our goat's hooves. And it doesn't hurt them either. Even though they act
like they're dying. Yeah, this setup is actually pretty, I think it's pretty humane and safe and nice. And like I said, we got that rope wrapped around their horns and then have them cinched to that pole, but it's around their horns. Besides, not around their neck, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to choke them out.
Not all goats have horns, but you can do this with a lot of different ways. You can have a stanchion where you have their neck trapped, or they have chutes, but we're not quite to a point where we can afford a chute. They really actually have quite nice goat chutes. And I think you can find those at Big R too. Maybe one of these days we'll be so fortunate to be able to afford one.
That would make life a lot easier.
Yeah, they actually have chutes that you can like do 360s on the goat. Like that tool I found at Big R also. That was kind of my favorite tool that I got today.
This is really neat.
It's both a brush and a scraper at the same time.
And try to dig it out like that, but this is way cooler. That's good.
Yeah. Because one thing is, we do have a lot of gravel. The lady that we bought them from, I don't know, they were old and they were up high in the mountains, and I don't know if they had some gravel, but once you get the goats, once you get their hooves cleaned up to a certain point, like, I mean, and then if you have a bunch of gravel or rock, like even just like solid rock, that'll keep them trimmed from here on out. Like, this actually doesn't really, this is not something you have to do very often as long as you have something hard for them to walk across. But as you can see, I don't know, she may have had them just corralled up the whole time or something. I'm not really sure, but you can see it's pretty bad. And this is actually one of the better goats.
Yeah, but like
and Jenny's gonna cut my finger off.
I'm holding that spot on the tendon.
Nervous.
There's a spot on the back of their leg, like right above their knee where there's a tendon, and you can squeeze on that spot and it kind of like weakens their back legs so they can't really kick.
Okay.
So that's about what it looks like to trim a goat's hooves. So as you can see, it's pretty simple. It's just, you can tell where to start trimming and when to stop once you get down to the pad of their foot. You know, you want to level that nail or the hoof with the pad. You don't want to go above their pad, just kind of flush with it. But I won't show you the rest of hoof trimming. We still have, how many more goats? We probably have like 5 or 6. Yeah, we have 22 goats total, and every single one of them is getting ear tagged and their hooves trimmed today. But so today was just teaching you guys how to trim goats' hooves if you don't know. And it's the same process with every single goat, so I won't bore you and show you every single goat today. So I'm gonna check everyone out. Hey, Moana. Here's Moana. She has been like the best cat ever. We got her from one of our friends whenever I was pregnant with Jackson, and we got her like 2 weeks before I had Jackson. And she is such a good mouser. She doesn't really know her name, even though we call her Moana all the time. but she's pretty sweet. She loves the kids. Huh. Let's go. This is a new little thing that Alex just did the other day. That used to be open, but all the chickens, here I'll take you in. All the chickens kept coming over here and pooping all over everything. So he built a wall, framed it in with a door. This is where we milk. We don't have any goats and milk right now. And it also, part of it's his shop for now until we build the other side and put his shop over there. And eventually this will have a wall and we'll insulate it in here. And this will be where our goats will kid time, because we plan to, our goats are 4-H quality goats. So we plan to breed them. The kids want to show goats in 4-H, and then there's a lot of 4-H kids around here in our area that are always looking for goats for showing. So we'll be doing that too with our goats. So if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I think we'll probably start covering a lot of goat content on here. More than what we have in the past, and more than just dairy goats. So we'll be sharing with you guys a lot of like how to worm naturally, how to keep your herd as organic as you can, and stuff like that. So thanks for watching, you guys. See you next time.